Welcome to the Love and Victory Show with Val, the place to laugh, sip on a little wine, and have open and honest conversation. Here you will find the tools to resolve real life issues. Unwind, pour up a glass, and get ready to exhale. Hello, I am sitting here with my candid babies and they are getting ready to take over the mics. What does that look like? Oh my God, you guys only know because I have no idea. They are actually going to interview me. I am nervous, at the same time excited, because I always tell them, be very transparent in your walk, be very transparent with me. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And so, hey, have at it. So I have Kelsey.
Hello.
This is Kelsey. Kelsey, tell them about yourself.
Hi, I am Kelsey Brown. I am currently a student at Prairie View A&M University, and my major is mass. We have a TSU student in the back. My major is in mass communications, and I minor in theater. I love acting.
Okay. And then I have, oh my God, this one right here. Why? What can I say about her? Who are you?
Well, my name is Dianna. I am 21. I currently study at the University of Houston downtown. I am majoring in communications and media, and I want to open one day my own cosmetics company and have my own little talk show. And yeah, I'm trying to be, the next
boss lady,
boss woman that the world knows.
Okay, then. All right.
They gotta know my name.
So since she said that about being the next, Kelsey, who do you want to be?
I want to be Kelsey. I know that sounds weird.
No, that's not weird. I love it. You just want to be Kelsey, her authentic.
Yeah, I want to show the world who Kelsey really is.
Oh,
that's what I want to be.
So, hey, ladies, hey, gents, whoever is listening, this is getting ready to be a candid conversation. What time is it? Evening, afternoon, whenever you catch it, it's going to be real candid conversation. I'm going to let myself go and trust the process of these questions that these young, what are y'all, candid babies? Women. I love that.
Yep, young women.
Young women that are going to throw at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try very, very hard to be I'm always honest. I'm going to be very candid, and I'm going to try to make sure that I am as honest and authentic as I possibly can to help the next generation to be who they are in all their greatness. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Whew, I'm turning the mic over to you guys. So you want to take it first?
I'm taking it.
Yep, go right ahead.
Okay, go for it,
I'm taking
Dianna.
charge.
Okay.
My question, I think, is I respect you because you're a businesswoman, because I know it's not easy to be a woman in business, but I want to know how you gain the respect of people.
Well, one of the things that I believe in life, it doesn't matter whether you're a woman in business or whether you're a woman trying to get into business. You have to respect yourself first before you start doing anything.
How does that look like, though?
That looks like you have to take a look in yourself. What is it that I love about me? And what is it that I don't like about me? And you work on the things that you love. Know what? I don't even want to say work on the things that you love. You just have to accept the things who you are. And be good with who you are, and then work on the things that you want to improve about you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I actually want to piggyback off that question. So, gaining respect from other people, how do you do that? Especially for us being young, people tend to not really respect us because we are young. Like trying to break into that business aspect area of work, they look at us as kids, like we don't know much. How can we break that?
Well, here's the thing. That's not that they don't respect you. You need to look at how you feel about yourself. If you're still measuring up in anything that you do, if you're measuring up on how people view you, you're already coming behind the 8 ball. Let's talk about how you see yourself. When it comes down to it, do you respect yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I do.
Well, we say that. Well, are you respecting yourself when you are out there with them shorts up your behind? Are you respecting yourself when you are allowing a guy to just say whatever he has to say in front of you or do whatever he has to do? Let's talk about it.
Well, if I'm being fully honest about the
Mhm.
shorts, if I'm wearing shorts, it's because I do respect myself. I think I see myself as I'm beautiful. I'm gonna show these pretty legs.
Well, it's nothing wrong. I wear shorts.
Okay.
And I'm 58 years young. I did say young, did I? It's nothing wrong with wearing shorts. But when you have half of your buttocks hanging out, what message are you sending to someone that's sitting in the corner that may say she's beautiful, but I'm gonna go at her because she's showing me something, not just her buttocks, but she's showing me that I can kind of have my way. You disagree? You can disagree.
Okay. I didn't
I
know
want y'all to be very honest.
Okay, I'm gonna be very honest.
That's my generation.
That's
my generation. I am 59 years young, 58 years young. So I struggle a lot. And most of our generation really don't understand. And so I really believe on this journey that I am on is to really bring the generations together.
Gotcha.
So we can start to understand what you're expressing and what you're trying to say. And then we also have to say to you guys, okay, we get you, but dial back a little bit.
Gotcha.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay,
when you wear your shorts.
When I wear my shorts, if I have a little cheek showing, I feel like, where am I trying to go with this?
You just go where you go.
Like I'm finally being comfortable with my body, not to like show men like, oh, look at me. Like I actually I'm just now getting to that stage where I'm okay with showing a little cheek, not in every setting, because you got to know your different settings.
Yeah, there's a time and a place.
That's what I wanted to hear. Okay.
But like, what were you gonna say? No. Oh no, yeah, but yeah, I just it's me getting to a love, not a love language, but like a self love that I haven't really experienced yet. Like I'm pretty, you know. I want to show my pretty leg, like I'm a little cheeky.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. So what you're telling me, when a young woman is showing a little of her skin, she's finally getting to a place that she's okay with her.
Yeah, but then you have this time when we can't sometimes because you have men that look at you a certain way. It's like we got to shield ourselves sometimes.
Well, here's the thing. Know your audience. But you should know your audience. Because everything is not okay in every setting. So because you guys, hello, I have two beautiful young ladies that are obviously size appropriate, dressed appropriately. And for me, I don't really care about your size. Let me dial that back. It's not about your size. It's more about knowing your audience and where you're at. So if you're going to a function where you know that there are going to be some seasoned people in there, and this function is a little more, how can I say, a little more conservative. You walk in with some booty shorts on.
I wouldn't walk in with some booty shorts.
You wouldn't.
But I think, like we said, there's a time and a place. But it's also like, I get your part because, for example, me, when I go to the gym, I like to have cute sets. I need to feel good to go work and perform good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's a mentality. It's like putting on an armor. When you dress up a certain way, like to go to the gym or something or going to work, it's because you want to give off an image, right? Because I want to, when I walk into that gym, everybody has to respect me. Everybody has to be like, damn, she looks fine, but she worked her ass towards everything that she's got, every asset.
But here's the thing. You're saying that when you walk in that gym, everybody has to respect you. When you guys move out of this thing of everybody respecting you and you start respecting yourself, it doesn't matter. For me, I was that girl. Full transparency. I was that girl that felt like when I walked in a room, I wanted everybody to respect me. I wanted everybody to like me, but they didn't. Because they already had a preconceived notion, and some of them still do today, have a preconceived notion of who I was, who I am, and who they want me to be. You have to know who you are. Walking into a room is not about them. It's about you. So when you walk into the gym, this is what you like to wear. You want to look good. So before you go to the gym, it's a whole dress that you put on, right? That's to make you feel good. So when you get in there, you can perform good, right?
Exactly.
I get that.
Some people will confuse it. Like, I have had guys that are like, girls only go to the gym for attention. They dress a certain way. Like, not everything's about you, you know?
Really
I like to look good, to perform good, to be able to lift somebody that could literally weigh you. Like, to be able to lift somebody like you.
But here's the problem. You've already told them that you're coming in to look good for them.
No.
But you have. Because you just said to me and to us that when I come into the room, I want people to know. Right?
Respect.
But you have to respect ourselves before we get into the room. And you like wearing this outfit that may be a crop top and it may be that's what you like. And you know when you looked into the mirror before you went to the gym, this is what I like. When you bought it, you said, I look good in that. So I'm going to wear it. I'm going to order it. I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to put it on my body. It's going to look good. Then when you put it on to go into the gym, before you got to the gym, you said, oh, wow, I look good. Right?
And I feel good.
And
so
we're going to feel good.
We're going to lift those 200 pounds.
I'm going to lift those weights. So it wasn't about any of the other ones. But if you go into something wanting other people to give you their affirmation, their approval, you're already messing up. I spent years, and I'm looking into I spent so much of my life trying to gain approval of my peers, of my family, of just everybody, to say, hey, you see me? I'm trying to do this the way I think you want me to do it. Though your vision of who and what I should be. And what I did, to the point of even wanting to just give up. My whole life was framed around, how do they see me? I am living my absolute best life on how I see myself. And so if I can give you guys anything, how do you see yourself? Let's talk about that. Because you said, I want them to respect me. You said the same thing. How do you really, in those quiet moments, how do you see yourself?
You know, I was actually just thinking about this a while back. How do I see myself? I see myself as this very caring, goofy, outgoing person. Shy, timid at times, but when it comes to a certain situation or environment that might change. I could be an introvert. I can be an extrovert this day. It changes. I'm everywhere, I'll say.
So could you be everywhere because you're trying to figure out how they see you?
That is true.
And you want to fit into everything that everybody expects of you?
Yes, I think that's what I'm learning right now. Everything that we're asking and saying, it goes back to how you respect yourself. And
there you go.
Every question is leading back to that answer. So I am still learning. I'm still trying to find out who Kelsey is. But as I'm growing, I'm loving to who I am becoming.
Okay, we're going to come back to that. What do you have to say to Dianna?
I've just always convinced myself that I'm a businesswoman. Like, that I am somebody that I take care of the people who are near me. I take care of them always. Sometimes too much, where I'm so caring towards my family that sometimes I put them even before myself. But I think that's a line that you have to learn, that I haven't completely learned yet, but I realize that I need to work on.
So let's talk about that. So do you feel like, so when I look at you two, you guys probably will look at yourself and say you're different. But when I see you guys are both the same, just in different worlds. So when I look at you, you are over here trying to be everything that people said you couldn't be. And you're trying to prove to them that you are. So you spend a lot of time over here being this hard person. So people think, oh my God, Dianna is just can she just relax? Can she just be Dianna? Who is Dianna? Tell us, who is Dianna?
I'm a hardworking person. I have goals and I need to meet them.
Did you hear what I just, do you know what you just said on that? Here's what I heard. I have goals and I need to meet them. I'm not talking about goals. I'm not talking about what you need to meet. Who is Dianna? You want? Oh, y'all supposed to be interviewing me. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
who
how
Val
did that
is.
change?
You know, y'all want to know who Val is?
Yes,
Yes, who's
Susan.
Val?
Val finally became this girl that's now a woman that really didn't know who Val was at your age.
Mm-hmm.
At your age, I was this girl really trying to be what I thought everybody wanted me to be.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to be this person that was perfect for my husband. No, forget the husband. I needed to be this perfect person for my mother and my dad. I needed to be this perfect person for my family line. For Valerie Collins, who was this girl, Valerie Collins Chiron, came from a highly intelligent family line. Everyone on my dad's side was highly intelligent.
That's really nice.
They were so smart. And here was I, this person that didn't know, why was it so difficult for me to understand simple words, simple things? Because during my time in school, you just go to school, answer the questions, check, and go. Or you were a person that was considered retarded. And so when I had to go to I was pulled out because I struggled with my own disability that I know was a disability. And now that I have learned over the years, it was called, I had a learning disability.
Mm-hmm.
I struggled with, understanding why when people gave me words and why I had to read, it was like a bunch of words jumping off of a page. Mm-hmm. And then I was a great athlete. I was somewhat liked. I was able to be in a person that people said, oh, I want to be around her. Mm-hmm. And then I had this group of people that really said, oh, she's ugly, she's this, she's that. And then I had to come home to what I came home to. But my family was so smart. And I didn't fit in any of those buckets. So Valerie didn't know who she was. So when I hear you guys talk, you guys are talking in the same language that I talked in. That's the surface of everything people want you to be and everything that you think you're supposed to be for everybody. It's very easy for me to pick up on it. Mm-hmm. So when I ask the question, who are you? Who's Dianna? Who's Kelsey? It's going to upset some people. When I finally had to come into me, I know I upset some people. I know it. But it wasn't about them. It was about me. Mm. So when I turn to you, Dianna, I'm starting with you. Who is Dianna? I want you to tell them.
I'm just a simple girl who just wants to have, I guess, fulfill the purpose that God has laid upon me. Because I know I was not born to just be regular Dianna. I was born to be this boss woman that inspires people, that is able to tell somebody, you might be the first generation person to graduate college. You might be the first generation to be a boss woman, but you can make it. And if you can make it, then everybody else can make it.
Okay, so when I hear that, I'm coming for y'all. Y'all thought y'all were interviewing
I'm
me.
saying, I thought
We
we was
tried
supposed to
it.
answer
I know, what
We
happened?
tried it, but when I hear that, those are all triggers for me. Because those are the things that I, myself, those are can things. I don't want to hear you say, and I don't want to hear you say, this is who I am. This is, because it sounds like this is who you want me to be. Dianna, we didn't know, we really don't know what boss is all about. That's a new word. That's a new word. I want you to think on that before you respond. When I ask the question, who are you? Who's Dianna? In the moment when nobody else is around, when nobody's talking, when Dianna don't have to put this facade on. When Dianna is in her quiet moment, who's Dianna? Now I'm turning to Kelsey.
Uh-oh.
Kelsey.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's Kelsey?
Kelsey is here on earth to pursue what God wants her to do, which is follow my heart and do the things I love. I, Kelsey Brown, would like to become an actress, future TV personality, future millionaire, future businesswoman.
Those are all things
The list goes on.
But the list goes on to things that you want to accomplish. I said, who is Kelsey? The person when nobody else is around. Okay, let me tell y'all who Valerie was. Valerie was this girl that was afraid, that knew that she could not read like everybody else can read. Valerie was this person that felt like she was so tall. God, why did you create me to be so awkward? Valerie was this person that didn't have long flowing hair. Valerie was this person that, honestly, because so many people told her she wasn't beautiful, she bought into it. She felt like beauty looked like what she saw on TV. And so she didn't buy into it. So when I ask those questions, I don't want you guys to strip yourself apart, but I want you to really think about who is Kelsey and who is Dianna. That's the only way you can get to this person that I am today. Val know who she is.
Okay.
I don't hide who I am. I am who I am. So when you're in the mirror, when you're in the room, when nobody else is around, who are you?
I'm just Kelsey.
And what does Kelsey do when Kelsey's down? How does Kelsey feel when she's had a rough day, when family doesn't understand her, when her friends doesn't understand her, when a professor? Who is Kelsey?
Kelsey, it's going to be a weird answer. Kelsey, when I'm down and I just need release, I listen to music. Gospel or R&B. R&B and blues. Music is healing, and it's something that's in my heart that I really love. I love music. So yeah, that's Kelsey. Kelsey loves music. That's her go-to aspect area when she's feeling down, happy, any emotion.
But who is Kelsey?
Who is Kelsey? I really don't know how to answer that.
Because you haven't figured her out. There you go.
Yet.
Good answer.
Still trying to find Kelsey.
Okay, I love that. Who are you? Dianna. Who's Dianna? And then y'all can take back over this conversation.
Well, honestly, I'm just a simple girl. Like, there's not, like, in my moments where I'm like the most lowest points that I can reach, I'll always fight back. Like, I will always give a fight, you know?
So you're a fighter.
Yes.
And why do you fight? Have you ever figured out why are you feeling like you have to fight?
Because once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go.
And you don't want to stay there.
No.
Mm-mm.
And so you've experienced. How old are you?
21.
So in 21 years, you've hit a rock bottom. Okay, and that rock bottom looked like you don't ever want to go back down. Mm-mm. Okay.
It's not, I think there's a certain beauty to hitting rock bottom because it's like there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. and you're going to have to accept yourself at some point.
Yep.
Oh,
And once you get back up, it's like, why do I let myself completely shatter when I can always rebuild myself, you know? It's like reincarnation in a way. It's like you just got to get back up. And it's like, you know this. You know that one day you're going to hit rock bottom, but if you don't embrace that you hit rock bottom, you will never appreciate being up top.
did y'all hear what she just said? That was true and candid. And I needed Dianna to get there because I'm coming back to Kelsey. Kelsey thinks she's going to get a pass, but they wanted to interview me, but I couldn't let it go. You finally said it. When y'all see Dianna as this well put together, very controlled. You know why she's like that? Because she wants to show people that are coming up through her generation and her family line that she got it all together. There is absolutely nobody on this earth that has it all together. There is a process to get it together, and we don't get it together until we close our eyes. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
We're always a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. So, who is Kelsey?
Kelsey is, in private, very goofy. I'll say I'm a character. I'm a goofy person.
So you say you're goofy.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like to someone?
Okay, I'll give you an example. This is how I wake up in the morning. I wake up, I look to the sky, No, seriously, I do this. I look up, I say, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. I get up, I walk to my mirror, I start playing music. I look in the mirror and I start singing Good Morning Gorgeous. Yes, I do every day because I got to build my confidence up to face the world sometimes, not going to lie.
Okay, stop. So you're saying, I'm sorry. So what I'm hearing you say is that you motivate yourself because when you first get up, because of something that has went on, you don't necessarily feel that person that's gorgeous in the mirror until you keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is there a reason you didn't feel that you were gorgeous? Is it something, and I'm not trying to do this shocker thing, let me tell you, because the reason I'm asking these questions, you can't get to your authentic self till you recognize why you have to do all these things to be who you are. So, did something happen?
In the past, I've always had an issue. I hope this relates into the question. I always had an issue with my hair, I'll say. So it's very thick. It's not like most people's hair, and trying to tame it and do certain styles like how everybody else was doing, which I shouldn't have been, but like that was how I was in the past.
What
trying
type
to
of
fit
styles?
Like, straight styles, straighten your hair.
So the regular basic style.
Yeah, or like, you have curly.
What she's saying is what America says is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
long
hair,
long flowing straight hair.
Straight hair, yeah.
Okay.
Straight. I've struggled with that. I was at the time having a hard time trying to accept learning to love my hair, because then I didn't love my hair, which translated to me not liking myself in a way. Like, dang, I'm just not that person.
It's something wrong.
I just beat myself up a lot in the past. So I didn't really credit myself or compliment myself. Like, you're actually really beautiful. I didn't realize I was actually beautiful. Funny saying this. Until like high school or senior year. Like, I was like, wow, I started actually looking at myself in the mirror and complimenting myself. Like, I had to talk to myself.
So you didn't know having thick, beautiful hair was beautiful.
No, I didn't.
It was actually a problem for you. Yeah. And so what you didn't understand, what you didn't know, and I get it, because some of us wish we had thick, beautiful hair.
And that's another thing I'm learning. A lot of people actually want thick hair. And I was like, really? No, you don't. But yeah, that's crazy.
And so again, that goes back to my conversation that I had earlier. And I know y'all supposed to be interviewing me, but until you can get to your authentic self, you have to understand your triggers, things about you and who you really are. So we understand now that Kelsey really didn't like her hair, and her hair played into a lot of how she saw herself.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
What about Miss Carter? What are her triggers?
My triggers are full transparency. Where my old triggers are, because really I don't spend a lot of time worrying about how someone sees me. But my old triggers were, especially when I was your age, and then my 30s and my 40s, I was still so caught up on how people saw me, whether it was in my clothes, how my hair was done, how I spoke, if I stuttered over a word, if I couldn't understand what that word was because it was jumping off the page at me.
Mm-hmm.
I struggled with how did people view, was I seen as being this incompetent person? Was I seen as being this ugly person? Was I seen as being this person that really, why is she sitting there? Today, I want y'all to know I'm sitting here because God created me. This is my hour. I know who I am. I absolutely love who I am. But I had to pull all those pieces apart. And I know on this journey, I am here to help other young ladies pull all those pieces apart. And so when I was pushing back on you guys, it wasn't because I wanted to make you guys, do this shocker thing, cry or anything like that. I just heard myself. And until you said you wanted to be this person, you wanted to be this type, you can't get there until you absolutely be truthful with yourself. Not the camera, not others, but with yourself. Who are you? And I know this conversation was supposed to be about them interviewing me. And I'm going to try for about 10 more minutes, maybe 5. Allow them to ask me anything they want to ask me. And I'm going to do my very best to be honest. So whatever questions you want to ask that you can ask anybody else.
I got a question. Okay. What makes you feel most empowered?
When I walk into a room, wow, what makes me empowered? When I walk into a room and I feel good about me, I am prepared, and I know that I'm going to be honest with me. If I'm honest with me, I'm going to be honest with you. That's empowering for me.
I like that answer. Good answer.
Dianna?
I have a question. How did you differentiate, I guess, your different roles in life? So, like being a daughter, being a wife, being a businesswoman. How did you separate? How did you create those boundaries? Or are there any boundaries?
There are boundaries, and I'm glad. That's a very good question. The first thing I had to understand that I can only be the daughter that my parents raised me to be. And they raised me to be the young lady that I was based off of their tools. My mother, who had a 6th grade, I think maybe an 8th grade education, but she was so much more than her education. She raised me to be a respectful young lady. Respect myself. My dad raised me to be a fighter. And if you take someone with that, and my dad was highly intelligent. He was a graduate of Prairie View A&M. And so I know that that's a struggle for someone behind the camera that's a TSU graduate, but he was a HBCU graduate. And so my dad and all of his siblings and the ones that came before him was very big on education. Mm-hmm. And there were certain things in our generation, no matter what was going on in the home, you didn't talk about it. You just showed up and you were perfect. My mother was it still is, thank God she is still living and still this woman that I absolutely look up to. She said, just be okay with you. She didn't know how to get me there, but she told me to be okay with me. So.
Except unapologetically me.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes. And it took me years to get there because I had no one to give me a roadmap. And I hope that I can give young ladies, young men, a roadmap. And it just starts and finishes with being honest and being respectful and being true to who you are. Don't put on a facade. Now, does that mean walking into a place that's supposed to be, we're going to a fine dining place for dinner. You have a date. You're meeting a guy for the first time.
He took me to fine dining?
Yes, and he's taking you and you feel like it's okay for you to put on some booty shorts. Guess what message you're sending him? Can y'all tell me? What message are you sending him?
That I love my body. No, I'm just playing.
Yes, literally.
For real?
I love my body, but I don't love me. You don't love you, because if you want him to see your body before he sees you, because men are visual.
Yeah, they are.
They are. But you want him to respect you. Respect the person that he's having a conversation with. Okay, I see y'all having an issue with that.
That is true, but like, what if it comes to a point where like you can test, not saying do this, but like testing them and see, will you see my shorts, or will you actually try to get to know me?
How can he get to know you when he's taking you out for the first time to a fine dining restaurant and you got booty shorts on?
Can I tell y'all something?
This
isn't my story.
Okay.
But I remember I was talking, because I work as a server, and the reason why I had this coworker, right? And she was like, you know how I knew my now almost husband respected me? And I was like, how? She's like, she actually was like halfway through having sex. And she was like, no, I'm not doing this. And then he genuinely told her, it's okay, because I see you as more. You get what I'm saying? But that was her testing him. She wanted to test, are you going to respect me even though we're right there almost getting what you wanted? Are you still going to respect me? And to this day, he does respect her.
Okay. So are you, I hear what you're saying on that piece. Are you saying that a gentleman is going to he's getting to know you, you're getting to know him, he's telling you, I'm going to take you out on a special night. And your special night attire is booty shorts.
I mean, I wouldn't wear booty shorts.
I wouldn't wear booty shorts.
Because there's like cuter things to wear.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So show him you.
Oh, of course. I would show him me. Like, me being, I'll dress how I want to dress.
Yeah, like I'm going to wear booty shorts if it's a really hot Houston like a beach day. You know?
And there's nothing
like
wrong with that attire for the moment.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's just, you can still look, like, for example, I think you can still look professional, but also, like, hit into that, like, feminine, sexy side of you.
And it's nothing, I'm not saying look professional. It's, you have to know your audience. Don't get me wrong, there are some dresses that Mr. Carter like to see his wife in that's above the knees. And she loves dressing in dresses above the knees. But it's a time and a place. There are some dresses that I have to put below the knees. No. And, just, I guess all I want to leave you guys with, respect yourself.
100%. Yeah. I guess, well, my thing is, I just hate how we have to, as women, have to dress. I mean, we do respect ourselves, but, like, we have to dress a certain way just so that
to be validated that we respect ourselves.
No, it's not about them. It's about you. So no, if you're going to dinner in a fine dining establishment, fine dining, fine clothes, fine Kelsey, fine.
Diana's always fine.
There
what
you
go.
Talking about? That's all I'm saying. Fine.
I hear you.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Don't ever lower yourself to fit in. Whenever you enter the room, you always want to be the prize. That's all I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. I get that.
So what have y'all gotten out of the conversation that you want to leave our listeners with?
Out of all the questions we've asked, it all led back to yourself. Respect yourself. You want people to respect you, starts with you first. So respect yourself, love yourself, and who cares what other people think of you, actually. It's all about you. It's all about you. So, yeah, that's what I got out of this conversation.
What about you, Dianna? Go for it.
It's just...
Dianna always got some extra stuff. So, Dianna, you probably got something over here. Say it. What did you get out of it?
Just understanding yourself. Understanding that it's a process, it's a journey to find yourself. And being real with yourself, because the only way you're going to break that boundary or that facade, because sometimes you even believe your own facade.
Yes.
Because that's the point. Like when you tell
Yes.
yourself in the mirror, you're telling it because you want to believe it, and you're going to believe it at some point.
Yes.
You repeat it over and over again, you're going to believe it. But the thing is, sometimes we can lie to ourselves without even realizing you're lying to yourself.
Oh, God. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear what she just said? Sometimes you can do what?
You can just
lie to yourself.
And then you believe the lie.
You start to believe that lie, yeah.
That goes both ways, whether you're talking negatively or positively for yourself. So you have to know who your true self is at the end of the day. And that means breaking down a lot of barriers and making yourself and people around you uncomfortable. But the only way that a diamond's going to come out is by having some pressure in it.
And I absolutely had to learn to figure out who I was, accept who I was. If it was something about me that I dislike, work on that. But I had to own it, love it, and grow through it. Mm-hmm. And so all I'm going to leave you guys with, it's okay. It's okay where you're at now. The only thing I want everybody to understand, respect yourself. It's not about how people see you, it's how you see yourself. So this has been our candid conversation with, what's your name?
Kelsey Brown.
She don't know her name. Dianna. This has been a fantastic candid conversation. Always remember, with the Love and Victory Show with Val, we give it to you real. We love you. Candid. Until next time. Candid. Bye. Bye.